Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Dr. George Gonzalez. I'm the founder of Quantum Neurology, and this is my wife, Lori.
Hey, hi, everybody.
We've had a great year this year. We just finished our year, and we wanted to do a year-end wrap-up, and we had a phenomenal year. We had a new Module 4 series that we finished this year where we took advanced students, and we called it our Black Belt training, where we trained these doctors to the highest levels of quantum neurology that we have to date. We had 4 different series that were taught over a 2-year period. The first 2 were the neuroexpression for motor, neuroexpression for sensory, and this year we taught the neuroexpression for...
it was first motor and cranial, cranial for 2016, and 2017 is sensory and visceral.
Sensory and visceral.
Sorry, it's been a long 2 years.
And so when we finished that, we had a special designation for the doctors that did all 4 of those, and we'll talk about that shortly. We also had an event in Louisiana this year. We call it the Brain Shock event, and we were able to take 8 practitioners, and we were able to work with elite athletic performers from the 3rd to the 8th grade football players. They're the best in their position from around the country. And we did a study before and after QN evaluation on them, where we were able to do some measurements, and we were able to measure some statistical analysis. And right now we're in the statistical analysis phase of this research. And we're very excited to bring that forward to you. And special thanks to Dr. Chris Cormier for helping get all that together, and Rusty Noel from the Swamp Cats in Louisiana for helping us get this opportunity to work on these young athletes.
And thank you to the team of doctors who joined George in that journey. It was an incredible weekend. I wasn't there, but I saw the blow by blow on Facebook, and I got calls in the evenings, and they did amazing work with those children, as well as had, I think, one of the best times that a bunch of QNs can get together. They had a lot of fun in Louisiana, in New Orleans, actually. So it was a great, great thing.
That's right. We had a great time, and exciting to be able to put some research down on the table for everybody. And again, that research is in the statistical phase, and we're waiting anxiously for the results from that. And we'll let you know as soon as we have that. This year, we also, I was a speaker at the ICAK USA event in Washington, D.C. That was very exciting to be a part of the ICAK community, to be so well received. Thank you to Dr. Tom Roselle, Dr. Michael Leibowitz, Dr. David Leaf, and many, many other doctors.
And Dr. Howard Cohn for opening that AK door for us. Thank you so much, Howie.
And thank you to Dr. Bob Hoffman for the introduction as well. To that community. We really appreciate it. And we also had a trip, we call it our QN Eclipse trip. We started in Louisiana, in the South Louisiana, in Abbeville, Louisiana, and also Lafayette, Louisiana. We saw Dr. Edward Chauvin, and we worked together on a book project that we have going here on the parasympathetic exercises that Dr. Chauvin presented at this year's homecoming. And from Louisiana, we went to Nebraska, to Kearney, Nebraska, where that was the location of total eclipse, or eclipse totality, during the the solar eclipse that happened during that time. And we were on the James Sheen farm, family farm, observing that with Dr. David Shum. And also that week we visited the Dr. Austin Fletcher and his family farm. Amazing time, and lots of love to the Fletcher family as well as the Sheen family for hosting us on that amazing trip. Then following that trip, we went to
Washington State.
Washington State.
To visit Dan. So if everybody, not everybody knows Dan in person, but Dan is behind the scenes working along with Kate, and he lives in Washington. So we went to visit him and had a great time seeing his new homestead. And we also visited Dr. Vlasic, Dr. David Vlasic, who is one of George's personal doctors. He spoke at the 2016 homecoming about what had happened to George, which was a non-traumatic head injury, non-head injury concussion. Correct.
That's right. A
yes.
brain shock.
A brain shock. It was our first idea that there is such a thing. So that was a wonderful time. We had a great time with Dr. Vlasic and say hi. And Dottie, thank you, Dottie. And Rebecca, thank you so much. And what else? Oh, we saw Noah Leibowitz.
That's right.
And his wife and his lovely new baby.
That's right. And that was the first non-family member that adjusted the baby. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
And so Dr. Leibowitz, Michael Leibowitz and his wife Cindy, and Noah and Hannah and the baby. That was exciting. And this year at homecoming, so let's come back to homecoming. We had a great homecoming 2017. We had new format. We had music. We had multiple hands-on sessions. We had dinner and award ceremony.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
The energy of the room was
it was
amazing,
buzzing. People had goosebumps. It was amazing. And the energy comes from the people in the room, the doctors in the room, and the healing that was happening. It's profound. It's totally different from a seminar, because at a seminar, you're like, I don't know, I'm learning this new thing. But at homecoming, you get to like practice on each other and feel what your patients get to feel all the time. And then you get to see the superstars and go, well, I think I want to see if so-and-so might work on me. And let me watch Dr. James, and let me watch Dr. Chauvin, and let me watch Dr. Moose. And it's a really cool event. It's my favorite,
It's great because it's really where the students become the superstars.
Yeah.
And get to showcase their best on each other and have a great time and get worked on each other. It's wonderful. The speakers were amazing this year. We had Del Bigtree open up the event. The producer from the movie Vaxxed, absolutely amazing. Then I spoke for a little bit, and who else do we have?
Dr. Woody Beck.
Dr. Woody Beck was amazing.
Woo!
Everybody loved him. Thank you so much, Woody. Dr. Bob Hoffman, telling everybody about the 5 essentials that are required to have balance in your life. We had Dr. Noah Moose, powering up the nervous system, restoring the nervous system charge. Was amazing. His understanding of testing electrolyte balance in the body was
phenomenal.
Was phenomenal.
And he would know, the athletes. His wife is an athlete, the runners,
That's right?
That's the community he really works with. So those people really are dependent on that. And then we had Dr. John Sheen.
I spoke about quantifying nerve damage with the QN nerve score. The QN nerve score is where we're using the neurological evaluation done in quantum neurology, and we give it a point system. And this way we could give a nerve score, QN nerve score, to the before and after evaluation that somebody has. Very powerful. And that's what we used to measure the athletes
in New
Orleans for the brain shock event, which was very exciting. Dr. James Sheen followed up with teaching brain shock clinical applications and ramifications. And then Dr. Edward Chauvin on evaluating the parasympathetic nervous system. And then we finished the event off with Dr. Jen Hartley in quantum neurology in the treatment of paralysis and how your practice can benefit. And then our final speaker of the event was Dr. Howard Cohn, going the distance in quantum neurology. It was a phenomenal event. Peace and love to all of those doctors. And thank you so much for participating in this and being the amazing doctors that you are. We wanted to also thank the doctors that participated in the brain shock event. And we have the listing of those doctors.
Here, I'll read them out since... Can you see with your glasses?
I can see him.
Okay.
Dr. Chris Cormier, his assistant Angelique Miller, Dr. David Tolk, John Wendt, Dr. Noah Moose, David Shum, James Sheen, and myself, Dr. George Gonzalez. Yeah. And we also had Charn as our social media director. And also I'd like to thank for the events Abdel and Sung for helping with our events.
All the new beautiful photography you see is from Sung.
Absolutely.
If you need to get a hold of him, you can talk to Shark.
Okay, and so for the next thing I'd like to talk about was our QNCP this year. Austin Fletcher, the youngest QNCP we've had to date. He's 26 years old and a young and ambitious doctor. I was getting compliments from the doctors that were worked on by him saying what an amazing practitioner he is. Very proud of him. Thank you so much, Austin. And again, thank you for letting us visit your family farm. We had a great time in Nebraska.
And Austin is a chiropractor out of Nebraska, and he is in our room because Dr. James Sheen took him under his wing. And that was a student he sponsored Austin through the program. And I think Austin was a shadow for him before he even came to QN, I think.
That's right.
He's been a patient of his for quite a while, I think. I'm not sure.
I believe he was a patient before he became a student.
So it's nice to see that legacy continuing. It's beautiful.
And as Austin mentioned, you know, if you're a doctor in quantum neurology, or even if you're a fan, you could sponsor a student, and we will have special rates for that kind of situation. Please let us know if you're interested in doing that.
Yeah, we'll let you know. And then the next group of people we want to acknowledge, it's a new designation.
That's right.
You know, George used to say, what comes after module 3? Well, that was module 4. And now the new question is, what comes after QNCP?
QNCP.
Yes.
So keeping with the martial art theme and that concept, we wanted to honor the doctors that went through the entire training program of the Neuro Expression series, the Module 4 series, the live events, and doing the hands-on and being there for all 4 events. And we're going to have further requirements later. But this first round of doctors that fulfilled this requirement was very excited to be able to give them this designation and honor them for doing so. There's a 2-year process, and we were, you know, bringing it forth as time came by, and it was an amazing experience to be able to share that with them and continue on. So thank you so much to those doctors. We have Dr. Victoria Moore, Dr. Ken Cashin, Dr. Todd Ettmiller, Dr. Jen Hartley, Dr. Kim Hosted, Dr. Kirby Hotchner, Dr. Kathy Ann Lipman, Dr. Brian McMullen, Dr. Jeff Parker, Dr. Mark Shane, and Dr. David Vlasic. Congratulations and thank you to all those doctors. And for those of you that weren't there personally, I look forward to seeing you and giving you a hug personally, and welcome to Degree QNCP.
Yes.
We also had a few other awards that we gave out. The GRT Light Award is for the entire community using light therapy. And I felt that it was very fitting this year to honor Dr. Chris Cormier for helping set up the GRT Light research through the Brain Shock and Rusty Noel's All-American League football event. And truly, truly thank you for that opportunity. And we look forward to getting the research finished on that and sharing that with everyone. And thank you so much. That was amazing. And this year we have the Ambassador of the Year. The Ambassador of the Year is a person who has done their best at bringing forth the QN concept out to the world and sharing the principles of quantum neurology around the world outside their practice. And this year we gave this designation to Dr. Howard Cohn. Last year, Dr. Howard Cohn was our Doctor of the Year. This year, he travels the world, and everywhere he goes, he talks about quantum neurology. We thank him so much for being a part of our community. Thank you so much, Howie. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about the Quantum Neurology Doctor of the Year. And this doctor has been with us for a very long time. He's a great advocate of the work. He's also a recipient of the work and has had several miracle level healings personally. And so we want to thank and welcome Dr. Edward Chauvin as our Quantum Neurology Doctor of the Year 2017. We truly appreciate him and everything he's done to contribute to quantum neurology. So that wraps up 2017 Homecoming, and we wanted to introduce our new speakers for Homecoming 2018. We're very excited to be announcing this early some of the speakers. So
we're really, really excited, and we're going to get this year's format is going to be even better than last year's format.
We're learning how to do this.
Well, yeah, we're getting better at throwing really big parties. Did we talk about the hands-on workshops?
I mentioned it.
Yes. So next year we already have a few people picked from our group, and we've invited Dr. Terry Coolitz out of Australia. He is the team doctor for the Rabbitohs, right? That's a rugby team. And so he's been working with them.
Rugby team owned by Russell Crowe, the actor.
That's right. And he's been working with them for years now.
Over 20 years.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yep.
And maybe 3 of them QN on them. So he has a lot of history with them, and a lot of amazing stories about people being injured on the field, and before they get even checked by their other team doctors, he works them up, and then they're ready to get back on the field, where that's not a normal thing. So we're excited to hear what Terry has to say and show about what it's like to use it on the field all the time. That's impressive.
Absolutely. And we have a very close friend of mine, Dr. Raymond Silkman. He's a dentist, a biological dentist, and he's going to be sharing some insight on how important the teeth are for our health. And then we are teaming him up with Dr. David Vlasic. He's a chiropractor and a long-term quantum neurology certified practitioner, and he does a lot of work with teeth as a chiropractor. So I felt that their two presentations would mirror each other, one from the chiropractic perspective, one from the dental perspective. And we also have Dr. Charlie Fagenholz. He's the head instructor for contact reflex analysis. Contact reflex analysis was a technique developed by Dr. Dick Versendahl. He is one of my first mentors in chiropractic. Powerful technique that he developed. And Dr. Charlie is the lead instructor for that training system. And he's going to be sharing some amazing concepts and sharing some crossover between quantum neurology and CRA. Very exciting. And we have many more doctors and presenters that we're going to be lining up soon to come, and we'll let you know as that happens. We also have a couple dates we wanted to talk about. We have on January 18th through 20th, save the date, January 18th through 20th, we have the GMRT, that's the muscle lengthening, Gonzalez muscle reset technique, muscle lengthening, and we also have nervous system congruence. Nervous system congruence is the modernized name for what was previously known as allergy.
In our work.
In quantum neurology work, that's correct. So again, nervous system congruence was previously known in quantum neurology as allergy, and we're teaching doctors how to make the nervous system congruent to its surroundings, its environment, and have tremendous effect on making the person stronger in those situations. So very excited to share those two concepts in that weekend. Those are two separate events taught in one weekend, January 18th, 19th, and 20th. Please call us and schedule. We have modules 1 and 2, March 8th, 9th, and 10th. Again, that's two events taught in one weekend, module 1 and 2, March 8th, 9th, and 10th. We're going to be breaking down the foundations of quantum neurology, teaching the motor rehabilitation and the sensory rehabilitation applications. And it's all done in one weekend. Amazing time. Get together with doctors, like-minded, everybody working on each other head to toe, feeling and experiencing firsthand the benefits of nervous system rehabilitation.
Right. And so GMRT and nervous system congruence are what we consider standalone events. And so those are for anyone who's taken anything above Module 1. And for those of you who are working towards certification, please register for your Module 1s and 2s and get those done and off your list so that you can go ahead and go for testing at the end of next year.
Absolutely. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And for our Thanksgiving through Christmas, we're offering a GRT Light sale. Very excited to do this year. We're offering $500 off the GRT sale price this Thanksgiving through December 22nd, 2017.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think that's it. It's a lot, but we want to thank you so much for being a part of our community, for sharing in the healing, for sharing in the camaraderie. And we look forward to seeing as many of you as we can in 2018. And we have some surprises to announce, but we'll be announcing those in January, maybe. Yeah, big things coming.
Well, we pray for you and your families. We hope the best for you, your patients, and your family members. May healing happen through the touch of your hands. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.